Good morning. Hello. How are you guys? Just going to do a super quick sound check as we start, which I normally do. Yep, there we go. Sounds good. Good morning. Hello. How are you guys? Okay. That's what I needed to do. Good morning, Jordan. How are you today? You can probably tell that I am at home in my home studio today. I just needed to be home with a kiddo who's not feeling very good today. So Fran said that I should just do this from home so that I can be where I need to be today. So it's just me today. I know that you guys all miss Fran. We had some fun things to talk about today, and I'll be able to talk about almost all of them. We'll show you, one of the things that I wanted to show you today was our Christmas house that, well, I can't say ours. Fran has been working very hard on a Christmas house that is up by the courthouse in Brigham City. And, oh, sorry, I got a little fluff or something in my nose that's giving me a good tickle. Jordan, you're cold. Oh, find a blanket, sweetie. Find a quilt to cuddle up with. It is cold today. I agree. I've got my slippers on and my sweatpants. And, yeah. And my sewing room is nice and cozy because I have an extra little heater in here and it's perfect. So, oh my goodness. I swear. I don't know what it is. There's something tickling my nose. So anyway, but she was able to get that finished up the other day. So if you are local, go check it out. It's up and running. I don't know if they've officially lit it or opened it or whatever, or if it's going to be opened on Thanksgiving night or the night after. I actually don't know the details, but we are going to try and show that to you guys in some form. Either just a picture. No, Jordan, I don't think he has strep. I don't know what's going on with him right now. He doesn't have a fever, so that's a good thing. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I hope it's not strep, though. We don't need strep at our house because we are going to party this week with our family for Thanksgiving. So I'm excited. I hope that you guys have some fun Thanksgiving plans planned. So that's kind of what we want to talk about today. Is why we're thankful for quilting. So if you guys want to jump in on the comments, I will try and keep a good eye on what you guys are commenting. And I would love to hear why you're thankful for quilting. And this hobby that we all do or that binds us together or we enjoy learning about or whatever. So I asked some of my coworkers that work with me at Village what they thought, why they're thankful for quilting. So I thought I'd share that with you. Heidi said she's thankful for wonderful friends that she's made as being a quilter. They've taught and shared with me so much, and I'm grateful for the joy it brings to create something beautiful and special to share with others when I get them a quilt. So I love that. I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm sorry you were sick. So yeah, that was some of my thoughts too, is just the really kind people that I have met in this hobby. Between working at the store, which I know that not all of you get to work with us, but going to classes, going to retreats, visiting other quilt stores on vacation. I just meet the nicest people. And I'm not part of a guild, but I know that many of you are. And I think that's a great way to have friends. But just the sense of community is just really, really special. And something I think that's pretty unique to quilting. So that's what Heidi said. Deanna, I loved Deanna's thoughts, and she shared some really cool things. So she said, quilting brings for me a love of both traditional and contemporary. I like to remember those quilters from the past that have influenced me, like my grandma. I'm thankful for those who have keep quilting progressive and relevant. Our Village Dry Goods quilting community makes me happy and gives me a place to belong. I'm grateful that I have the skills to make pretty things and that quilting keeps challenging me. So those are really cool things. I often think about the quilters of the past, the quilting pioneers, if we can say that, because people have been making quilts for thousands of years, I'd venture to say. And, you know, I'm so grateful that I have things like, you know, several pairs of scissors that are so easy to just cut things. You know, being able to have really nice sharp pins. And if I bend a pin, it's okay. I know I can go to the store and get some. And I think, you know, some of our pioneers might not have had that. I don't have one. Oh, super handy. A rotary blade. A rotary blade. The amount of quilts have been made without a rotary blade is staggering to me, because this has, you know, makes my life so much easier. I'm so grateful for that. We love our magic wand at the Village. If you've ever taken a class from Fran, you know how much she loves this tool. It's not expensive, and it lasts quite a while. The only reason I had to replace my last one was because when I moved, it broke. And so anyway, simple things. But because of modern technology, we can use things like that. I love my fancy-ish sewing machine. It's older now. It's not the newest and greatest and latest on the block, but I love being able to do, you know, have it cut my threads and needle up and needle down and stuff like that. So I love thinking of our kind of ancestors, and the connections it's made within my family. It has connected my mom and my aunt and my mother-in-law, several other aunts. And I hope that one day it can connect to the next generation after me. So it's not there yet. My girls are still young. And being able to belong to a community and being able to keep challenging ourselves. I think that's good. It keeps our brain going. Sometimes I'll do a project and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough to do that, or I know that's a skill that I haven't practiced. And so it's really good to challenge ourselves. On the flip side of that, I can go, you know what? I can make something pretty simple and I know I can do it. I know I can do a good job and I know I can do it quickly and I can accomplish something. And I really like that too. So thanks, Deanna, for those words. Oh goodness. Sorry, girls. Okay. I loved too what Lynette said. I loved what all of my coworkers said. But Lynette said, quilting has taught me patience and grit. And I think that is really important too. Sometimes something's not going your way. You might have to retry things a little bit, cut out new fabric, you know, try something new and just be patient and go through, or just take things a little slower than you would like and focus and get it done. So I loved that she said that. She says, I'm thankful for the ability to learn new things at a very challenging time in my life. I'm also grateful for my village friends and for their love. So yeah, we can always keep learning, and quilting can be such a therapy. So at challenging times in our lives, sometimes when, you know, things are not going the way that we wish they would for multiple reasons, we can try and take some time and sew or create and fill our buckets in a way that is very needed in our lives. So I love that. I think that's very, very important. Okay. Erin said, I was looking for a new hobby when we moved out of state, although I definitely didn't need one. Sometimes do we feel like that? We think, okay, do I really need something else to do with my time? I know I've always got, you know, a load of laundry to do, or a meal to prep, or, you know, something to do. So sometimes it feels like we don't need to do this hobby necessarily, but it's important. And she ended up getting so much more than just a hobby. Yeah, it's more than that to me. as well. I'm grateful for the sense of community. We've talked a little bit about that. Friends I've made on my quilting journey. And I love the creative outlet of making functional art. That's really cool too. Making something that can actually be used, and, you know, throwing a quilt on our laps and loving that we get to still look at it and still be a part of it, or giving it away and knowing someone else can use it for such a good purpose. My coworker Vicky, who's fairly new, we probably need to find a time to introduce you to Vicky. We have got a couple of new coworkers at Village. If you've been in the last little bit, you might have met some of them. Vicky says, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be invited to a quilting world by a friend. I feel like for the most part, quilting is so inclusive. Come on in, you know, there's always an easy quilt that you can learn how to do. We'll teach you, you know, come to a class, come to a retreat, just come to my house. I'll teach you how to do things. I think quilting is very much like that for the most part. The joy quilting has brought me is amazing. I'm grateful to be accepted on the Village Dry Goods team. We're grateful to have Vicky with us as well. And I think that's so important. Kind of back to what I was talking about with, you know, being able to have quilting be part of a hard time and, you know, kind of have it be therapy. I love that quilting can be what I need it to be. If I really want to go take a class and be social and learn from others, then I can do that. And I can go find a class fairly easily. I mean, there's classes taught at multiple quilt shops within a fairly easy driving distance from my house. So I can choose to go, even if it's not at Village, I can choose to go somewhere else. If I want to have a friend over, I can, you know, have some more intimate one-on-one time and have a friend over. And I actually have 2 machines up on my sewing table. And the way that my sewing room is designed, which I'll show you one day, but not today, because my sewing room is a mess. In fact, I'm going to take some time after this to clean. I'm going to set a timer and do some cleaning. So I have an extra sewing station set up. So it's really easy for me to have someone come over. They don't have to pack up a machine. They can just use my other machine, and we can spend some really good quality time together. I love that I can do it virtually. So I've mentioned several times before, but my mom and my aunt sew together, and we're with, like, between me and my aunt, who's the farthest south, my mom's in the middle. We're probably about an hour, but we can just jump on our phones or our iPads and we can be together, and we're all in our own spaces. We don't have to pack anything up. And we can just do it on a day that works best for us. We don't have to spend the time driving. So we can be together virtually. And I love that. That is really cool. And I think that's something that after COVID really became more and more common, you know, to have virtual type things like that. And as grateful as I am for all of those options to be social and to go, sometimes I really do enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet in my sewing room. Just finding some, you know, just quiet time. I can listen to a book. I can listen to music. I can have it be silent. Whatever I'm kind of needing in my own brain that day is what I can have. You know, quilting can be that for me. So, I love that it can be all of those things whenever I need it to be any of those things. So and that's a really unique thing too. You know, I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to leave my house if I don't want to, but I can go somewhere. I can leave my house if I want to, and I can do whatever my brain needs. Like I said, I think it's really unique that way. And that's one thing that I'm really grateful for. I'm also really grateful for the quilters who are so generous and giving to charity needs. And, you know, if you go back, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we talked about the charity project that we just recently completed. And so go watch that Village Vibes from a couple of weeks ago, and just the kind of the miracles of that process all along the way, and how it just turned out to be exactly what we needed, exactly what someone else needed. We were able to hopefully bless some lives, and I hope that we were able to pass some of our love and our joy, because I truly believe that the love and the energy that we put into our quilts can be felt by the receiver. And it can be something really special and unique. So I love that the community is very generous, and some people were able to donate monetarily. Some people were able to donate in time. Some people were able to donate in just organization. I mean, there was a lot of different ways that people touched that project, and it was really cool and special, and everyone just kind of fit where their skills fit. So, hey Karen, thank you for joining. We're talking about why we're grateful for quilting. So if any of you who are watching, there's several of you, want to comment, I would love to hear why you guys are grateful for quilting. Why are you thankful for quilting? It's kind of a thankful week, right? What is special about quilting? So, let's see. So today I was also supposed to go to a class. They're going to have it without me. I'm sad, but a tiny club. What are we calling it these days? Let me look it up, because I was telling you about it not too long ago, and I want you to know, what's it called? Mini Piecing Support Group. We just recently changed the name. I'm sorry, I still have something fluffy tickling my nose. I don't know what it is. And so that was today, but I'm going to miss it because I have a sick kiddo. But we have a lot of fun. So let me show you. I should have grabbed this beforehand, but let me grab it. So this was my project that I made for class today. So this block I took and did the math to make it smaller, and it turned out really, really good. And then this is kind of based on a setting that I saw as just inspiration. And I kind of did the math to get it all worked out and to get it a little bit smaller. So anyway, kind of fun, just kind of a little mini quilt. I need to finish this up, and this would be a perfect gift for somebody. But that was really fun. We have some really talented people that help organize and teach that class. And then some people who don't teach, they just come and they're equally talented. So that's really fun. Okay, let me jump back on here because I think Karen made a comment. It's a great way to be creative and a relaxing time in a busy day. I love that too. It can be really relaxing. And so I was kind of talking earlier about how quilting can kind of be whatever you need. Sometimes I just really want to sit and sew. Like, I want to just put pedal to the metal on my sewing machine and sew. So I try and find projects that fit that need. Other times I really want to organize so I can put things away and get things organized in my sewing room. Sometimes I want to start a new project. Sometimes I really want to finish a project, get something accomplished, and get a project box, emptied out. So there's all kinds of different ways you can kind of fill a need that day. Thanks for commenting, Karen. Okay, well, think about it. If you guys want to comment, maybe next week we can kind of share some of the comments that we didn't get to share today live. But I would love to just hear what your thoughts are. If you guys had any unique thoughts that I didn't share today. Yeah, quilting is really special to me. And I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea. I mean, some people really prefer to knit or to crochet or to paint or to, I mean, there's so many, I can't even tell you all the ways that people love to have a creative outlet, but quilting is my main one, and it's special to me. So I'm so glad that you guys get to join me and you're part of this quilting journey with me, at least today. So thank you. So I wanted to also explain something that we've got starting up in December at Village. And those of you who've been around for a while, you know what's happening because this is nothing new. But we start giving Village Bucks December 1st. So what that is for every dollar that you spend in the store in December, pre-tax, you get a Village Buck. Village Buck is like Monopoly money, right? It doesn't mean anything. You can't go anywhere and spend it. And it's not even good at Village for Village, like store merchandise. So whatever you spend in December, including for gift certificates. So if you have someone in your life who is going to buy you a gift certificate, or you want to buy one for a friend, you get Village Bucks with gift certificates as well. So, and then what those Village Bucks are for is on New Year's Day, we have an auction, and we have special things at that auction that you can buy with those Village Bucks. So it's not normal merchandise that you can't just go, shop in the store willy-nilly, but it's things that Fran has picked out that you can buy different things. I got several years ago, I got a couple of quilts that were all made. I'm assuming they were previous store samples. I don't know. It was before I worked at the store. They are, she'll have patterns, she'll have notions, she'll have all sorts of things that you can, auction, you can bid on in an auction. So we have so much fun. So the store that day, let me remember, the store on New Year's Day is only open, oh, I don't have it written down. I think the store is open from like 10 to 1 or something. And then the auction is at 1:30 is what I want to say. But I will clarify that and we will tell you more next week because I'm not remembering the exact details. And I thought I had it written down, but I don't. So, anyway, it's really fun. It's really, really fun. And the other really cool thing about Village Bucks is they don't expire. So if you have Village Bucks from 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 years ago that you never got to spend, either you weren't able to come on the day of the auction or you didn't spend all of your money or whatever, you can use those. So if you can remember where they are, you can bring them and still spend them. So that's a really cool thing about Village Bucks is they don't expire. So that's coming up. And so we try really hard to remember to give those to you. But if we forget in December, please help us remember, especially when you're still standing at the counter. Say, hey, I need my Village Bucks, and we'll give you Village Bucks. So December 1st. And then we are closed on Christmas Eve. So it'll be December 1st through December 23rd. And then Christmas Eve and Christmas we're closed. And then after that in December, you don't get Village Bucks. It's just before Christmas. And then on New Year's Eve, we're closed. And New Year's Day is the auction. So I'll go put the details on the website and we'll have the details to be able to tell you next week. So that's what that is. Does anyone have any questions on that? Let me jump back so I can see the comments. I don't think anyone's made a comment. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys all go. I hope you're having a great week. I've got to pick up a few final items today, but then I hope my shopping is all done. And I'm gonna host a big party here with my family at my house, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be fantastic. So I hope that you guys all have some fun plans and maybe take a minute to check in with those in your life that might be needing some extra love and care at the holidays. The holidays can be so much fun and rewarding, but I think they can oftentimes be extra lonely and extra painful for some people. So just keep an ear out, keep your mind open, keep your heart open to be able to remember some of those people. So be kind, as Fran would say, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, find a way to help, to give back. I know the food banks are needing extra love at this time. So if you're able to donate there or in another way, please try and find a way to reach out and fill your own heart by helping someone else. I think that's a really cool thing. So you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching with us, either live or after the fact. And we'll be back next week with Fran in the store, and we'll have some fun things to show you. So bye-bye, everybody.